When the Zacuto Micro Boom was announced, I saw so much potential in it for my type of use, as you can just get a quick interview, just whip it out and hold it in front of someone, as well as for these type of sit-down interviews like I'm doing right now. But the price that they were asking for is a bit too much for me to swallow, especially since import and taxes to Norway would equal out to about $120 in addition. And the Insta360 Selfie Stick can pretty much do the same thing, and in this video I'm showing you how I use this both as a mic boom as well as a monitor arm. The stick comes in both 85 cm and 114 cm. This is the 114 cm, so it stretches quite far out, as well as it folds down to 23 cm, so you can easily pack this. I myself started with the 85 cm stick, as that's the one I got with my Insta360 camera, but when I realized that I can use this stick for this solution as well, I ended up purchasing the longer 114 cm, because I'm not then limited by having just like wide angles. I can also sit quite far back. Like right now I have a 33mm lens, 33mm Blazar Remus lens, and yeah, it's so much easier to have the 114 cm one. But don't get me wrong, I really love the Zacuto Micro Boom concept, but this really does the trick. So this consists of 3 parts right now. You have the actual selfie stick, which is this part, and then you have the mount, which you can choose yourself. Right now I have a small rig monitor mount on. It's swivelable, but I've pretty much locked it to one angle. If you really push with it, you can change the angle. This makes it easier to hold heavier stuff. I've also used like this mount that comes with the aperture lights and many other similar looking mounts, and they all work fine. And on the end piece, I will also use some sort of a monitor mount. Right here I have a monitor mount that came with my Axoon monitor back in the day. You can put on any mount that you want. To me, having a built-in TRRS cable is very smart, but it also is another thing that can brick the product. So if the cable goes bad, then your product goes bad. With this solution, I'm using the Comica VM40 anyways. If I'm doing any sort of interviews and stuff, I will just hit this record button and it records internally 32-bit float. In addition, the 114 cm stick folds 12 cm shorter than the Zacuto, while extending 25 cm longer. But again, it does not have a built-in TRRS cable. If we were to ignore the shipping cost to Norway with the Zacuto, it would cost $173, while this selfie stick is $33. If you don't own a microphone that can do internal recording or talk to a receiver like this one, then you'll want to pick up a TRRS extension cable like this from RØDE. It's called VC1. It's a very long extension cable. It will sag down, so you need to tape it to the stick, but it works. But if you don't want the janky solution like this one, you can pick up an external recorder and just plug your shotgun microphone into that one, and you'll make a wireless shotgun microphone pretty much. I have another video about that. The Zacuto Micro Boom is said that it can hold smaller microphones like the RØDE VideoMic, which is actually I'm using right now because this one is here. But I've been using this solution with the Insta360 stick with this microphone as well as RØDE NTG VideoMic. I've used it as a monitor mount for my Portkeys LH7P with a battery mounted to it, so it can do some weights. You just need to have some sort of a monitor mount that can lock into place like this one. But when it comes to the mount here, the reason why I used this mount was just because I had it laying around. So now I will test the audio on this. Right now I've been using the shotgun microphone without a mount like this. So there we go. I changed it out to this solution and you should hear me quite much better than you did with the VideoMic. I have a NAS that is pretty much 3 meters away from me with very cheap discs, so there's a lot of noise from that. I live straight by the road, and a video light that's making some fan noise. So what do you think? Do you hear me better now than you did before? Hopefully. Another option you could go for is something like this, which is a dedicated stand. Of course, this is not more optimal for this type of interviews, but it's a stand nevertheless with a microphone on, so you can extend it out, but it takes quite a lot of space. And the nice thing with this solution is the fact that it folds down so nicely. I can put it in any bag that I have. I can put it in my pockets. It's a little bit more of a setup process than the Zacuto, but then again, the price difference is so massive, especially for me that live in Norway. Yeah, I really recommend getting this type of solution. And if you like this type of videos, please consider subscribing and watching this video next. I'm actually planning to film my own wedding in 2 weeks, so I have a few videos coming out about that. But yeah, I need to start planning a little bit more. Wish me luck.